is, I guess, going to be the very random, unplanned start of my back to school spring semester grad school vlog. So it's the second day of the start of the semester. Today is Tuesday, the 16th, and I literally have class in like 15 minutes. And yeah, honestly, I decided to start filming now. Well, I didn't film, my first day was yesterday. I didn't start yesterday because, honestly, mostly because I'm at my boyfriend's house right now. It was his birthday yesterday and then Valentine's Day. So I'm at his house. I'm literally in his bed. This is my desk setup currently. I just sidetracked in like 5 different ways. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I mostly didn't start vlogging yesterday because I am at his house and his roommates were home, and I don't like filming when other people are around. And also yesterday just ended up being a lot longer and more of a struggle than I thought it was going to be for my first day back to school. All right, my arm is tired. Oh, perfect. Now I can drink my coffee at the same time. If we're being real, the past day and a half has been a little bit of a struggle, and I figured I'd start filming right now because I started to feel really overwhelmed right before class started. So I thought I would just start filming to maybe take my mind off of it. I tried to like make an Instagram post to just like get out my thoughts, and just one of those to like let other people know that they're not alone type of stupid shit, but like it is legitimately how I'm feeling. You can look at that right here. I'll post a picture and then you can find me on Instagram and look at it if you really want to. But yeah, I don't know, something about the start of this semester just doesn't feel right. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to keep my positivity, and coffee helps. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We just got to get through this next week or so. If anyone watching has never seen any of my school vlogs before, this is probably an awful way to start it off. So hi. My name is Sarah. I am a first semester grad student at the University of Delaware studying health promotion. I have a concentration in health coaching, and I work as a graduate assistant doing some research and stuff. So I will link my other grad school videos down below where I go into a lot more detail about that. However, I do have some updates about my assistantship and what I've been doing because I've been given some new projects, which is really exciting, but I'll go into that another time. And if you happen to be coming from my video that was like tips for doing virtual school or work online, you're probably cringing at the fact that I'm sitting in my bed about to go on a Zoom meeting, but that's just the situation I'm in right now. And obviously, I'm sure that's true for a lot of people. So this is not my ideal space. When I'm at my own house, I have a nice little desk set up, but honestly, I'm not too mad about doing Zoom from bed today, just because one, it's probably syllabus day, so hopefully the class doesn't go the full 3 hours, though my class last night did go the full 3 hours, and it was such a shit show, and I lost internet, and it was a whole thing. So for the sake of like my sanity, I'm hoping that class tonight is just maybe like an hour and a half tops. And yeah, I feel like just chilling in bed, being comfy, is a nice way to feel better about my emotions currently. This is also a professor that I've had before, and he's a very enjoyable, entertaining person, so I think that will also aid in helping the class feel more comfortable, and my anxieties will maybe go away, and it will just be a good time. But anyway, I have a few minutes before class starts, so I guess I'll just tell you guys what classes I'm taking in case that's of interest to you, because of course, like I've said a million times in my school videos, I just want to document my experience. One, just for people who like school content, looking at you, Tierra, and then two, for anyone who might be interested in health promotion or health coaching, because there isn't too much information out there in terms of like social media and experience of other students going through similar programs. So I just like to document it for that reason. So hopefully this information can be helpful for someone in the future and convince someone to join this program or a similar program. So since I'm a full-time student, I'm taking 3 classes. If you watched my like end of the fall semester update video, then you know that I have to take a undergrad class this semester because I didn't get it through my nutrition degree, and no one ever really told me about it until the end of this last semester. So now I'm stuck taking 2 graduate level courses and 1 undergraduate level course because that class is a requirement for a class I have to take in the fall. It's a whole thing. It's very annoying. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm keeping positive about it. So last night was my introduction to health coaching class. There was a class that I took last semester that was kind of like a building block for this introductory course. So now this class will really like hone in on the health coaching skills and will give us more practice time. I think probably with people outside of our class, like we'll do more than just like practicing with each other or practicing with our friends and family like we did last semester. And then we'll pretty much just set us up and give us the ability to do our practicum in health coaching starting next year. Yeah. So then I'm also taking social marketing, obviously in regard to health sciences and specifically health promotion. So that class I think will be pretty interesting, especially just because I am in the world of social media, I guess. Not that I'm like anything big, but social media is obviously an interest of mine, and I obviously like to share health related information, whether it's nutrition or mental health or not really physical health. That's not me. That's just information that I like to share my experience with and thoughts on my channel, my Instagram. So it'll be cool to see it in a more like professional research-based light. And then lastly, the undergraduate class I'm taking is development of health promotion programs. And this is a class needed to take the advanced health promotion programming course next year. And what I've been told, this class is like absolutely awful. The entire thing is a group project all semester. It's just a giant group project in which by the end we will have drafted like over 100 pages worth of content, but I like the idea of creating a program, and I think my classes last semester actually have probably helped me more to be able to like complete this course more easily and just enjoy it better, as if I were to have done this class as a nutrition student in undergrad, I think I just would not have gotten the same thing out of it. Though of course I haven't even started the class yet, so I'm not sure, but that's just my guess, is that as mad as I am about having to take the class as a graduate student, I do think I kind of have like maybe one up or something that's going to help me enjoy it and get through it much easier than undergraduates. Hello. Clearly it is a new day. In fact, I think it is 2 days later. I started filming on Tuesday? Yeah, I started filming on Tuesday, and then my phone stopped recording right in the middle of that because I don't have space on my phone, and I haven't for a while, and I refuse to do anything about it except for keep deleting apps and then filming more videos, and then I keep running out of space. It's a whole thing. So I had to wait to film again until I had my camera. Yeah, so yesterday was Wednesday. I didn't have any classes. I just came home from New York and did a little bit of stuff for work. And now, once again, I am checking in right before another class starts. So it is 9:25. I have a class starting in 5 minutes, but it's my only class today and last class of the week, which is nice. It's been really weird having a morning class because, as I've said in other videos for graduate school, all of the classes have been at night, but since I'm taking an undergrad class, I have class in the morning 2 days a week. It's not like a weird adjustment because I'm not a morning person or something, because I am. Like, I'm up at like 6:30, so that's not the issue. It's just like getting in the headspace of sitting down for a long Zoom meeting in the morning when normally I'd be like working out or reading or just doing other work and not having to interact with people so early in the day, but I guess it's okay. Speaking of which, I really was not feeling working out today. In fact, I haven't really been feeling exercise in like 2 weeks, and a lot of that I think has to do with the fact that I've been back and forth between Delaware and New York so much. So today I woke up, I was like, you know what? It's Thursday. I'm just going to start fresh on Monday. And normally I'm the kind of person who is like, I'll make any day my like start fresh day. Like I can start fresh on a Friday. I can start fresh on a Tuesday. Like it doesn't matter. But this week, as I was saying earlier, my last update was just that like my headspace and like mental health wise, I'm just like not with it. So although I know exercise would probably benefit me right now, I don't want to force my body to do it and stress myself out even more. So I decided to just go full out on my makeup instead. That is why I look like this. I'm definitely not a do your makeup every day kind of person, especially for school, especially for quarantine school. But it's one of those things that just makes me feel good sometimes. And if you watch my channel, you know that I've been getting really into skincare and into makeup. So I bought a couple of new products recently and figured I would give them a try. Anyway, hopefully I will be back with a more legitimate update about school and work soon, and not just these quick check-ins right before I have class. Maybe that's all this video will be. I guess real quick I could show you guys my setup if anyone's interested. So this is my desk setup. I'm in my bedroom clearly. I have cats all around. one might sit on my lap while I am in class, but yeah, I have my computer where I'll have Zoom or a PowerPoint or something up. I also do have a second monitor that I use if I need it. If I'm like taking notes or something, it'll be easier to look at the lecture here and the instructor and then kind of type over here. I have coffee, obviously, a big old cup of coffee because your girl needed it today. I have my schedule, my calendar, and then this is just like an everyday notebook that I use for literally everything. So that's just for like if I need to like quickly take a note and I put it there because I know that I'll see it. I'm really not a technology, computer note-taking kind of person. However, in this day and age, I need to type notes out in order to just keep up with lectures and stuff because they go too fast because they know that we're typing on our computers. But if I'm like in a meeting or something, especially on Zoom, where if I'm not on mute and I start typing and they can probably hear me typing and it might be really obnoxious, I'll just like start writing things and then I might rewrite them later, add them into my calendar of things to do. You get the point. It's just a like piece of paper for me to take notes on every day. But yeah, I'm late to class. Who knew? Late to class on Zoom. I'll see you guys later.
Too fast. And as a reminder, I can't see the chat when I'm sharing my screen, so if you put questions in there, I can't see them. But questions? All right. So let's start at phase 1. So this is our social assessment.
All right, it's literally only... Willow just hopped off of my lap. Yeah, she decided to spend that entire class on my lap, made a great Zoom appearance, and I turned my camera off right after that because I realized that this is a class of 50 undergraduates and no one has their camera on, and plus he's just lecturing the whole time, so it seemed silly to keep it on. But yeah, that class was literally 30 minutes. That was the shortest lecture ever. Obviously, I'm not complaining about it. That's another part too that's so different from grad school and undergrad, especially in the world of Zoom and being online, is that for all my graduate classes, like I already said, they're at night, but also with it being on Zoom and they're such small classes, so it's maybe like the professor, and I think at most I had like 10 or 11 classmates last semester in each of my classes, and whereas with the undergrad classes there's, you know, like 50, I'm sure in some classes there's like 100 or 200 because they're supposed to be in giant lecture halls. This one specifically, I think there's like 51 of us, so obviously everyone has their cameras off. People aren't expected to participate at all, whereas in my grad classes it's like you're making every effort you can to participate because it's super noticeable if you don't and it's a larger part of your grade. So I guess in that sense it's kind of nice that I can just kind of chill during the morning classes I have. There is a full-on like winter storm happening outside. Is it snow? Is it rain? I don't know, but it sounds very like soothing. I'm definitely like I thrive in a gloomy weather environment kind of person, so this is like fantastic, a very good setting for the rest of my day. Yeah, I'm not sure how well that turned out on camera, but I'm living my best life over here in this weather, and luckily I have nowhere to go. Yeah, so anyway, I keep getting super sidetracked. I don't know what I was talking about before, but I have two back-to-back work meetings about 2 different things in about 20 minutes. So before I get started on that, I'm actually gonna like take better notes from the short lecture I just had because it's the development of health promotion programs class, and the whole class is around like the precede proceed model, which I learned about like 3 years ago in undergrad and I don't really remember much about it. So he gave us the lecture slides and I took notes in the slides under the presenter notes thing, but that doesn't like stick in my mind. I need to like rewrite them out in my own organized manner. So that is what I am going to do. Hopefully that shouldn't take too long. And then I have a meeting about a diabetes prevention program that I've been working on, I guess behind the scenes for my assistantship, which has been a really great time. So I will tell you guys about that later. And then the meeting after that is for one of the like small early childcare worker like intervention wellness programs I was working on last semester, just kind of like some follow-up things for that. And my day is done. I mean, it's not done. The things that I like need to do at a certain time are done. After that, I still have to work for like 5 hours to meet my 20 hours of work per week. That's where I'm at. Today is just one of those days where the day is almost like completely over and I feel like I've accomplished nothing, which is not a great feeling to have. Definitely. I want to feel like I've accomplished things, but even though I know that I've done things today, I guess I'm just thinking about like all the other stuff I have left to do for the day, and it's just like low-key ruining my mood. Speaking of mood, I need to do something about the lights in this room because, like, these are a mood, but my overhead lights are just yellow and like purple, I think. I don't know. I look horrible. I can't see. I enjoy daylight, and right now I don't have any, so I need overhead light. Anyway, I am eating lunch now. It's almost like 2 o'clock and I am starving. Let me show you what we have going on. Excuse my messy desk, but I just made myself a little naan bread with some hummus, some greens, little mozzarella, carrots, celery. There's like a balsamic glaze somewhere on there. And then just for some more veggies, I have carrots and celery with a Kite Hill ranch dip, which I didn't even know that Kite Hill made ranch until I randomly stumbled upon it. So I'll try that live with you right now. And then a kiwi, just because I feel like I haven't had fruit in a very long time. Probably the best vegan ranch I've ever had. I'm gonna need to savor that for a while because I don't know if I'm ever gonna find that again. And also Kite Hill is pretty expensive, unfortunately, but damn, that is good. Daya does not compete. They should just stop production altogether. Theirs isn't bad, it's weird. This is really good. It's also only 30 calories per 2 tablespoons, which is amazing because even like the light versions of not plant-based ranches are still normally like 50 to 70 calories, I think. And for this to be only 30 calories and it tastes like ranch and it tastes like a good ranch and not like a diety version of one, amazing. I figured while I'm eating lunch, I could just sit here and chat with you guys and collect my thoughts and contemplate my life. I don't know, I feel like so far this video has just been a complete hot mess. I don't plan my school vlogs the way that I plan pretty much every other video that I do. So this is just my brain happening in real time and I'm so sorry. But yeah, as of this morning, I'm done my classes for the week. I would say the semester's off to, overall, it's a decent start. Like I said, I'm struggling a little bit, but just the fact that I can like recognize what I'm struggling with, how I'm feeling, and try and like take a step back and reassess the situation and do what I can to improve my life in those areas, I think is a really good thing. And that's not something Sarah from 5 years ago would have ever done. She would have just like sulked in her sadness for the entire semester. So things are gonna get better. I think a lot of my stress too is just coming from like, now that I'm doing something for my job that requires me to be doing like certain tasks at certain times, whereas with my work last semester, I had to work, 15 to 20 hours every week, and I had things to do, but not in a certain time frame. Like I had deadlines, but like if I was too busy to work during the week because I was doing school stuff, like I could fit in like 10 hours of my 20 hours on the weekend. But now that I'm in a slightly new position, in addition to what I've already been doing, I have things that I need to do at certain times. Anyway, let me just tell you what I'm doing. So as I've said in previous school videos, the advisor that I'm working with has had me just doing kind of general researchy stuff for like early childcare educator wellness and how childcare providers, especially like family childcare providers, are dealing with COVID and how it relates to food and nutrition and providing in that way for their children. So that is a lot of the stuff that I was doing last semester. I'm still doing stuff like that this semester, but in addition, my advisor connected with a couple of health coaches on campus who are running a diabetes prevention program that's originally by the CDC that other, organizations and schools and whatnot can take that program and implement it in their community. So she has volunteered like 5 to 6, 7 hours of my time every week to help them with implementation of that. So for the most part, I'm just, sending out the reminder emails, I'm enrolling participants, and then I'm like coordinating the other student workers that are helping it. I'm doing the weekly meetings on Zoom with them, just kind of back end stuff like taking notes, helping with attendance, helping people get onto Zoom if they're struggling, answering questions. I'm not like leading the program or creating the program by any means, but I'm just helping with like the back end side of things. And then eventually I'm gonna, create a manual of how to implement the back end part of the program in the future. So, when new students or the workers come in to help run the program, they can just hand them this manual that I helped create and say, this is what you need to do. You need to send these emails. You can just copy and paste this text here and insert their name, do that. So that is what I'm doing. I really like it a lot. I think it's helpful and beneficial to me in so many ways, more than just, getting 20 hours of work each week and getting paid for it. Obviously, like I said, I am in the health coaching concentration, so being able to watch, health coaches do their thing in person with actual clients, I think is really useful for me and my knowledge. And then of course, just like the general health promotion side of me, seeing a program be like implemented into a community and working through the kinks and looking at the successes of that program happening is just really awesome, because again, that's not experience that I necessarily have like firsthand other than reading about, interventions in textbooks. This is like I'm in it kind of thing. So yeah, that's been a super good time, but I think it's just the coordination of doing all of those tasks on top of my schoolwork is going to be a little more complicated than it was last semester, where I kind of had all the time to do all the things on my own schedule. But now having a job that requires me to do certain things at certain times and having a class twice a week in the morning is kind of throwing me off a little bit. So my goal for this week is to really like be able to plan out my weeks so I'm not getting stressed out come Friday when I have all these things to do. And a goal for me this semester is to not work on the weekends if I can. If I have to do schoolwork, that's totally different. But I feel like last semester I gave in too much to the temptation of, I can do all my work tasks on Saturday and Sunday. And that's just not okay. So I guess that brings us to right now. Currently, I'm so sorry that like this entire vlog is me just sitting in this exact spot because I have no reason to really get up during the day, and normally I wouldn't be eating lunch at my desk. I mean, I do sometimes, but normally I try and like eat downstairs or just somewhere else so I'm in a different environment, or even just like a different corner of my room, anywhere but in this desk. But for the sake of filming, this was just easier. So my goal is to work at least like 4.5 more hours today. I have some follow-up stuff to do from the diabetes prevention program last night, just like send out certain resources and reminders to participants. So that shouldn't take too long. And then I'm going to do stuff for my advisor. Right now, she has me looking at CACFP resources for providers in terms of like how to appropriately and easily provide food to students, now that they have to social distance and wearing masks and sanitation. And surprisingly, there's not a lot of resources out there about that. So, and then tomorrow I don't have class, but again, I need to work like 4 to 5 hours. I have some diabetes prevention stuff I have to do, and then continuing to look for the CACFP resources for childcare providers and feeding their kids. And I'll probably start on some homework that I have due on Monday. I'm going to try and get that done on Friday so I don't have to do it over the weekend, but we'll see how that goes. So I'll probably check in tomorrow. This won't be the end of the vlog. Why, hello. If you can't tell by the change in makeup, it is clearly the next day. I'm not exactly sure where I left off yesterday. I think I just ended up working for the next 3 hours. I also finished my notes from my health promotion programming class from earlier, which I do want to show you because I know I was talking about how for like certain classes and certain notes, I prefer to like rewrite them out on paper, and I get like pretty detailed about it. So let me show you. So actually what I did yesterday wasn't terribly detailed, and I also did it on like really thin paper. So I don't know if you can see that, but all the like colored marks that I made are bleeding through. But especially for things that have either like concept maps or like chemical equations, which is something I don't have to do anymore, but back in like my undergrad orgo or biochem or micronutrient days, I would always write out those notes after class. I would make time to do it, and I would color code them, and it would just like stick in my brain so much easier. But yeah, so as I said yesterday, this entire class is dedicated to like the precede proceed model, which if you don't know about that, don't worry about it. But I wrote that out in a more detailed fashion with orange and green letters. And then for the notes themselves, these are mostly just notes taken from the professor's slides. And then I added some of my own additional notes. And then the green headings refer to the precede part. And then I have orange headings for the proceed part. So is it extra? Maybe. Does it help me? Yeah. Again, I don't do this for every single class. I just do it for when I think I really need it. But in undergrad, if you are in some sort of like science-y background, nutrition, I would always rewrite my notes, and I would like color code all of, if we were learning about like proteins or even the Krebs cycle or like all of that stuff, it just rewriting things out helps a lot, I think. And then if you want to take an extra step further and assign colors to, certain reactions or certain proteins or whatever it is, just it helps. Now I'm just sitting down and looking over what I have to do for today. So it really isn't much. And no, I didn't run. I just went for a walk because I wasn't feeling the run. Listen to your body, folks. But yeah, I have 2 meetings coming up, and then my goal is to work 5 hours today, and then I made a list of the little things that I can work on in those 5 hours. Whether it's going to take up 5 hours or not, we'll find out. And then the last item on there is highlighted in pink because that corresponds to a homework assignment that I have for my class on Tuesday, which I have assigned to be pink. Again, if you can't tell, I like colors. So I have my Tuesday class is pink, my Monday class is pink. I have 2 classes on Tuesday, one is green and one is blue. So whenever I write down assignments in my notebook, I will use those colors just so I know what class it is referring to. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. It is 9:13, so I have 45 minutes until my meeting. So I'm just going to check some emails. I'm going to continue to look at the CACFP COVID resources. That is pretty much it. Oh, my lovely mother went and got us Dunkin', so I'm drinking the pink velvet macchiato thing, which I was really hesitant to try last year. But if I'm being honest, this is the second time I've had Dunkin' today, so I've already had, or not today, oh my god. Second time I've had Dunkin' this week, so I've already had my blueberry latte. I figured I would spice things up and try something new. So this really, it's not that bad. Not something I would get all the time, but when it's in season, it's pretty good. So yes, for the next couple hours, it's just going to be me and my computer and Mindy. Straight chilling. I'm very jealous. I guess for anyone who's really interested in what people listen to or don't listen to when they're studying, I've been really into the lo-fi beats section of music on YouTube and on Spotify, and when I don't need to be using both of my screens, I tend to just put the video up on my big screen, make it full screen, and then it's just this really nice aesthetic vibe, I guess. And I always try to look for something that's in season, so for this video I searched winter lo-fi beats. Around Christmas time, I was doing Christmas stuff or snow stuff, spring, fall. Fall's really fun, the Witch Lo-Fi playlist on Spotify is really fun. And I stopped using Spotify for my studied music because my Discover Weekly and all my recommended playlist had just become strictly instrumental lo-fi music, which is great sometimes, but I also want them to recommend the typical alternative stuff that I listen to. So I just started to go to YouTube for my lo-fi stuff, and I feel like there's more variety on YouTube too, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Let me know what you listen to while you study or work down in the comments. So real quick, I just wanted to show you guys how all of my emails have been looking recently because there are 3 Sarahs working on this diabetes prevention program. So literally all my emails I have to specify which Sarah it is because there are 3 of us, and it is the most obnoxious, most confusing thing. And that's coming from someone that lived with another Sarah for a year. Yeah, so I just laugh at myself the amount of times on a daily basis that I'm sending an email saying hi Sarah, and then at the end it says from Sarah. Just makes me feel so ridiculous. Just checking in to let you guys know that after about 2 hours or so of working with the lo-fi beats video in the background that I told you about earlier, I realized that I am literally the lo-fi girl. Yeah, literally every part of this specific video by Chilled Cow is me. Cats, the plants, the coffee, the candles. If you want to know the details, I made a reel about it because I was that upset. No, not upset, just impressed. So yeah, if you want to watch the reel I made about being the lo-fi girl that I literally stopped working and studying to do, then check out my Instagram. So it is many days later, and yeah, sorry about that, I guess, but I feel like that's kind of just the nature of school vlogs, especially. It's there's not specific exciting things I'm gonna, make sure I film throughout the day. It's just random little check-ins. So whatever day I stopped filming, I ran out of things to talk about, I guess. So here I am a couple days later. I'm in a grocery store parking lot and just decided that now would be a good time to film an outro while I look kind of put together because, take advantage of every moment you can since I don't go out in public much. And no, I didn't get ready just to go to the grocery store. I'm getting off topic. It doesn't matter. Point is, I need to edit this video today, and I also wanted to have a legitimate outro, so here we are. Overall, first week of my second semester of grad school is It was okay. I mean, nothing fantastic. It also wasn't terribly awful. There's definitely some adjustments in terms of figuring out what kind of schedule works best for me, adjusting to some morning classes. I also haven't received either of my textbooks, which is upsetting, but I know it's just because of the snowstorms happening, and I think they've been stuck in Ohio for like a week now. So I'm trying to not stress out about the fact that I'm going to be behind, but it's all going to be okay. Oh, there was one cool thing I kind of wanted to mention about my social marketing class. I was reading the syllabus, and one of the assignments we have to do is actually like a short, like 2 to 3 minute vlog about some sort of like health behavior or health need, something along those lines. I don't totally remember it off the top of my head right now. And the professor actually refers to it as a V-blog, which I think is hilarious. Like, just, it's a vlog, my guy. But yeah, when I read that, I was just like, I already do that for fun anyway, so that should be interesting. I know we have to like share them with the class, which makes me nervous, but hopefully it will be a super easy project because I already have, I was gonna say editing skills. I mean, like, by that I mean I know how to work iMovie and I know how to put like effects and music to things. I don't want to say I'm like the best editor in the world, and I'm used to talking to a camera, so we'll see what that's about. If it's cute or interesting, I'll either just post it to my channel or maybe include it in some other grad school vlog. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So otherwise, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I apologize that my grad school vlogs are always all over the place. It's just, I don't know, school is like a hard thing for me to vlog. I don't know, not that I get a lot of views, but for those who do watch it, I don't know what you're interested in, what you want to see, what you don't want to see. Now that I feel like I've kind of established my goals and my program and what I'm doing in my past, I guess, like 3 grad school videos, maybe for future grad school vlogs, I'll just do a general like day in my life kind of thing and incorporate more than just like chit-chatty school content. You know, I'll talk about food or waking up or just more routine type things. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It would help out a lot and I would love you forever. Otherwise, I will see you next week. And I think next week will be some more food and recipe related stuff. So come back to watch that.